It's week 14 in the NFL, final stretch, final quarter of the season. I'm Matt Ufford, here to take you through the 5 best games of the week, joined as always by fact checker Alex, how do you do, and also Will the Sound Dude. Are you ready for this garbage slate of games?
Boy, am I.
Yeah. First game on our slate this week is actually Thursday Night Football, which we've tried to ignore all season long. However, week 14 is so bad and so devoid of any meaningful matchups that we are going to go with Vikings at Cardinals as one of our showcases. Vikings obviously out of the NFC North top spot for the moment. Cardinals in control of the NFC West. The Cardinals seem to be the real deal. The Vikings,
they're going to back into the playoffs.
Yeah, you know, that's what happens when you have a very good defense that's pretty banged up right now.
Very banged up.
They were missing Linval Joseph, their excellent defensive lineman last week. All of their safeties are injured.
Every single one.
Which safeties tend to be pretty helpful when you play the Cardinals in the way that Bruce Arians loves to throw deep. Carson Palmer probably deserves a lot of consideration for MVP. I know that Cam Newton has got the better smile and the undefeated team, but Carson Palmer, I think, is more indispensable to his team. That old man is 23-4 in his last 27 starts.
Makes a mean iced tea.
Injury bug has got the Cardinals too. They lost Chris Johnson for the season. Ooh, big loss there. Andre Ellington's hurt too.
He's got his toe injury, but
they got another Johnson. They got David Johnson.
As long as you're better than Rashard Mendenhall, you can run for Bruce Arians.
That is a low bar. Let's talk a little bit about the Vikings. Adrian Peterson still having a great season, but 8 carries for 18 yards against an aggressive Seahawks defense. Cardinals also a very aggressive defense.
It should be another quiet game for Peterson. They're going to have to play catch up.
The line on this game is 7.5, favoring the Cardinals. The Vikings don't really have the pieces in their secondary to combat the Cardinals' deep threats. I like the Cardinals by about 2 touchdowns here.
Same. Cardinals big.
Early game Sunday. Ooh, we got some bad blood. Bills at Eagles. LaShawn McCoy returns to Philadelphia against his nemesis, Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly, after getting rid of LaShawn McCoy, who did not take it well. LaShawn McCoy is the guy who, after the breakup, too many months later, like 5 months later.
Spray painting like on the truck.
Yeah.
Cheater!
Like, it's been 6 months. You don't have to keep keying her car, man.
But it's got to give him some pleasure that, you know, they're now dating someone way uglier. DeMarco Murray.
DeMarco Murray actually met with Eagles owner Jeff Lurie.
Oh, God.
It was went crying to daddy. We haven't even mentioned how the Eagles are 5-7 and co-leaders in the jumble atop the NFC East. If you can be atop something while still being underwater. Giants, Washington, and Eagles all at 5-7. Just a couple weeks back, the Eagles were blown out 45-14 on Thanksgiving, left for dead, no chance of the playoffs, and now they're like the favorites to win the NFC East because somebody has to. Tyrod Taylor has been really good this year. For a guy who had never played in the NFL, last threw interception in week 4?
Yeah.
Expert handling of the offense in the red zone, just a good player. This game is a pick'em. I would love to pick the Eagles here as they make a run to the NFC East crown, but I have learned not to trust the Eagles. I've seen Sam Bradford play quarterback too often this year. I'm gonna take the Bills.
I think I'm gonna lean Bills as well. Yeah. Shady gets his revenge.
Okay, here's an actual goodish game. We've got the Steelers at the Bengals. Steelers are 7-5, cruising. I would say cruising for a playoff bid, right?
Well, they're outside looking in right now.
But they're
they're right there. Yeah.
Just like Big Ben.
Oh man. Traveling to Cincinnati to face the 10-2 Bengals. And if the Bengals win this game, they will wrap up the AFC North. But the Steelers are no speed bump. This is a team that is throwing the ball like crazy recently. Why did I say it like that?
Just do crazy guys.
Oh man. Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant looks kind of like a legendary pairing of wide receivers, right?
So explosive, it's unbelievable.
Now Cincinnati is pretty well equipped. They've got a pretty deep secondary, but this is the thing where the Steelers will get theirs. It should be a shootout, right?
They're gonna need Leon Hall and George Iloka back to have any chance of matching up.
And then the Bengals offense, also nothing to be sneered at. This is Andy Dalton with an MVP-like season, for a ginger. Throwing to AJ Green, who's quietly just amassed yet another 1,000-yard season.
He ate up for lunch Antoine Blake and Ross Cockrell in their first meeting. So
Ross Cockrell! Isn't Ross Cockrell one of the names that came up for the Denver Broncos?
I feel like, yeah, that's
Ross Cockrell!
Cock
Rossweiler. Injury report, Heath Miller might not play?
And he had a great game against Cincy earlier, so that would be huge for them. But
Le'Veon Bell's out.
I think Le'Veon Bell will probably miss this one.
He's been day to day with his torn knee ligaments. Line on this game is Bengals by 3. I'll take the Bengals in a shootout.
Yep,
I
agree again.
Okay, then Patriots-Texans is your Sunday Night Football matchup. The 10-2 Patriots reeling part of a 2-game losing streak. Oh, hearts and thoughts and prayers going out to the Pats in this difficult time for them. The Texans at 6-6 are tied for the AFC South lead. AFC South, we're still better than the NFC East, but just barely. I'm working on it. The Texans are, of course, Patriots South. We're gonna build the Patriots without, the Patriots. We've got a coach who studied under Belichick, who isn't quite as smart as Belichick, and we've got a quarterback who practiced with Tom Brady. I mean, he's not as good as Tom Brady. Then, congratulations, you've got a mediocre team. Although, we say that, but then we're ignoring 2 of the brightest pieces of the Texans puzzle. DeAndre Hopkins on offense, J.J. Watt on defense.
Imagine DeAndre Hopkins on the Patriots.
I refuse to do so.
That would.
I refuse to do so. Oh, man. How do you orgasm ordinarily?
It's like if you filled one of those inflatable guys, but with oatmeal.
Patriots will probably be without Rob Gronkowski, still coming back from the knee ligament strain.
And that really hurts them. Anyone else can get hurt, they're fine, but Gronk makes that offense go.
It's true. New England's favored by 3 points in this game, and the Pats haven't lost 3 games in a row since 2002.
13 years.
I've never seen Bill Belichick disciple really get the better of Bill Belichick. Patriots by a touchdown. You with me on that?
Patriots, yeah.
Monday Night Football is woof. Woof! Giants at Dolphins. Both teams somehow 5-7. Guys, I think there's a new season of The Bachelor starting on Monday night. There's a new show, NBC, called Telenovela. I should probably segue to football. Hey, you know what's really been a telenovela? The Miami coaching staff.
All right, you're getting there.
Yeah, Dan Campbell in for Joe Philbin, and then the offense wasn't getting it done, so old Danny fired Bill Lazor. They replaced him with, what's his face? Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor's one of the kids on Home Improvement.
Yeah, Zachary Taylor Thomas.
Well, it was Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Zachary Ty
Yeah.
Bryan. And then there's just some little runny kid who had a butt haircut
Yeah.
for the entire 17 years that they filmed it.
Yeah. Hey guys, who do you think's gonna win the game?
I gotta take a second.
Hey, the Giants' offensive line. Can I just say, I don't think so, Tim. The line on this game between these 2 mildly atrocious 5-7 teams is pick'em. I assume by pick'em they mean select any TV show aside from Monday Night Football. I'm gonna take the Dolphins. That's a pretty lame week in the NFL, but I think worth it for the Home Improvement
the Wilson
goofs.
Goofs, absolutely.
Enjoy the games or old episodes of Home Improvement, whatever you choose to watch. Thanks for watching Uffsides. We'll see you next week.